Hi, so today I thought I'd just do a little discussion about audiobooks just because this month I finally signed up to Audible and I'm currently listening to my first audiobook. I just thought I'd go through why I'm reading them and probably want to know what you guys do with audiobooks as well. This year I wanted to read more when I was out and about, but I'm someone who can't read when there's any distractions, and where I live there's not really a nice quiet place where you can sit and read. And I just feel awkward reading when I'm out and about. I feel like people are judging me. I feel like I can't read in my staff room because again people try and talk to you and I'm like, I'm trying to read a book. Not really a out and about reader, which is why I finally signed up to Audible, because I've heard about it for so long. It's always advertised on Goodreads, it started advertising on TV, but I just thought audiobooks probably weren't for me. I always like to have a physical copy of a book that I can put in a bookcase, and I do just like sitting down and reading. I thought maybe when I'm out and about I won't be able to kind of imagine stuff as I would normally imagine stuff when I'm reading a physical book. But I decided to download Empire of Storms as my first audiobook just because I've already read the Throne of Glass series. I already have a physical copy of Empire of Storms. I was just scared of reading it because I haven't been a huge fan of the Throne of Glass series so far. Some of the books are really good and I got through them so fast, but some of them it took me ages to get through just because I wasn't that interested in them. So I thought at least if I use the free trial for a book that I know about and I'm going to read anyway, if I don't like it, I can always just carry on with the physical copy that I already have. But reading the audiobook, I think it has made me a bit more hooked on Empire of Storms. The narrator, which I can't remember at the moment, is doing such a good job with it. I mean, she's doing all the voices. I mean, yesterday we did get to the first sex scene, which was a bit awkward, let's just say, but I am enjoying it a lot more. I'm a lot more hooked. I can imagine stuff a lot more better with the audiobook, which I'm really surprised at, but I don't know whether it's the narrator that's doing a good job, because I know from some people it all depends on the narrator. If you get a rubbish narrator on a good book, then it just spoils it, but then if you get a good narrator for a rubbish book, it makes that book really good. But one thing, listening to the audiobook of a book you already read, I've noticed that I've pronounced almost everything wrong. Now I know maybe when I read the 7th book that's coming out, or I might just end up getting the audiobook to pronounce stuff right, and I will also try and do that more in my videos when I'm explaining the Throne of Glass books as well, because yeah, I didn't realise how much I pronounced wrong. But now what I'm loving is that I can listen to the audiobook when I'm on my way to work, when I'm getting the bus, when I'm on my way back from work, and I also feel more confident listening to it in the staff room, because if you put your earphones in, people just won't talk to you, which is fine. Sometimes when you work in retail, you don't really want to have to talk to people on your lunch because you talk to people all day and you just want a nice quiet area. And it's made me get through work a lot faster. You know, I listen to at least one chapter because it tells you how long a chapter is, which is great, so you know whether you can listen to it or not. I'm just finding it really good. The only major problem is that it is taking me a lot longer to get through, because sometimes I only get through one chapter a day. If I'm at the store that's literally 5 minutes from my flat, I will only read one chapter when I'm on my break or lunch. But then if I'm at the store that's the bus ride away, I can get through 3 chapters a day. It's taking me longer to read, but then you do only get 1 credit per month. So if I manage to get this book to last a month, and then when I'm finished use my credit for February for a new book, that means I'm not having to splash out and buy any more books during the month. So I think this might be a 1 month kind of thing, just to help me get through an extra book a month. And it is helping me get through more physical books as well, because normally I just read when I'm at home in bed, so I have a physical copy of a different book next to me. So I'm currently reading Forest of a Thousand Lanterns. That's the book that I read when I'm at home. It helped me get through quite a lot more reading than I thought I would, so I think it's going to be quite a good thing for January and this year. The only problem is, like I mentioned, I do like physical copies. This is where you guys come in and I want to have a little discussion about it. Thing is, I don't know how to choose what books I download starting from February. Should I download a book that I've already got a physical copy of, because then I don't have to go out and buy a physical copy, or should I download a book that I don't have a physical copy of, and then if I like the audiobook I can buy the physical copy and pop it on my bookshelf? Because I know that I will want a physical copy, just that, you know, when I am doing videos I can show the physical copy rather than my phone. And also it's just nice having physical copies of every single book that you've read, or in this case listened to. So do you guys just download what you feel like and do you not bother about a physical copy? Or are some of you like me and like having physical copies of all the books you have? I know that if I get a book that I really like, an audiobook, and I don't have a physical copy, that will really annoy me, especially if it's got a pretty cover, because I'm thinking of maybe doing a Neil Gaiman book next. but I know that I want physical copies of all of Neil Gaiman's books. So this is the problem that I'm having. I may have rambled on a bit, but basically all I want to know from you guys is about what do you do about getting physical copies? Do you not bother? And do you just maybe get an audiobook of a book that you already want? Or do you just see what's there and then just see what floats your boat at the time? But yeah, if you could just comment down below, that would be great. And as usual, there's all my social media links below, and I will see you later with a new video. Bye!